Formula One is one of the most competitive sports in the world. To win, teams not only require a great driver, but also need reliable cars. Well, Ferrari is having problems with the latter. First, it was degrading tires, but now the problem has gotten very serious, to the point that it could risk the driver's life. Hello and welcome to our channel. Today, we are going to be talking about Ferrari's recent troubles with reliability in Formula One. So let us begin. Ferrari was still looking for answers for the terrible tire deterioration that led to its first pointless finish of the 2021 Formula One season and a horrific French Grand Prix. Following consecutive pole positions in Monaco and Azerbaijan, where the Ferrari's low-speed prowess enabled it to even outrun Mercedes and Red Bull, the team seemed to confirm the overall superiority of its package, with a midfield-leading qualifying effort at the fast Paul Ricard circuit. However, on race day, Carlos Sainz and Charles Leclerc dropped in the standings, going from 5th and 7th on the starting grid to 12th and 16th respectively. Well, this time around, the problem has only seemed to grow worse. At the Red Bull Ring on lap 58 of 71, the British Grand Prix champion was running third and pursuing Max Verstappen of Red Bull when his Ferrari engine abruptly failed. Sainz's engine started to implode as he exited turn 4, causing a frightening fire as the Spaniard tried to abandon the vehicle. Sainz coasted on to the runoff at that point. The mistake was particularly disappointing because Verstappen was about to be passed by Sainz, who was leading the Ferrari 1-2, and Charles Leclerc eventually defeated Verstappen to win the race. Sainz, who acknowledged that there were no indicators that his engine was ready to fail, was forced to bemoan the loss of a chance to achieve a great victory for the Maranello team. Sainz later told reporters, "Really, it happened as soon as it happened, and there was no indication from the engine that this was about to happen. I'm at a loss for words since it's a major point loss and would have been a fantastic outcome for the squad. It was really sudden. It would have likely been a simple 1-2. Unacceptable damage is present without a doubt. There is a need for us to examine it. Since we are moving quickly, the pace was there, and our car's deterioration was extremely minimal." Well, this isn't the first time this is happening. Ferrari believes that the engine failure that forced Carlos Sainz Jr. to retire from the Austrian Grand Prix on Sunday was a reoccurrence of the issue that forced similar retirement 3 races prior in Azerbaijan. Due to an engine issue, Charles Leclerc withdrew from the Azerbaijan Grand Prix last month while in the lead. With 15 circuits remaining yesterday, Sainz's car came to a stop due to an engine issue that swiftly developed into a significant fire. 2 of the team's 3 race-ending power unit failures this season were caused by internal combustion engines, according to Ferrari team principal Mattia Binotto. He remarked, "I believe we've only had 2 engine failures so far. Naturally, there have been more than 2 power unit breakdowns, but only 2 involving internal combustion engines." According to Binotto, the initial evidence suggests that Sainz's failure had the same root as Leclerc's prior one. Clearly, we must consider what occurred today. Is it the same as the one Charles and I had in Baku earlier? Most likely. It's undoubtedly a worry. The problem hasn't been fixed yet, as is evidence from what happened to Carlos, but the staff at Maranello are working incredibly hard to correct them. However, we have new components, and I know how strong they are working and how good they are, so I can rely on them that it will be solved very soon, preferably as soon as possible. The engine of Carlos Sainz was disassembled, and it was discovered that the 6-cylinder had failed identically to the one that had stopped Charles Leclerc in Baku. Ferrari had already determined the causes of the problem affecting 0667, a power unit that is both robust and delicate. Although the FIA forbids the development of power units, teams are permitted to work on them if the modifications are relevant to safety. Given that Paul Ricard is a track where it is possible to gain positions, and with a stronger PU the Spanish driver should be able to attack, Ferrari must now decide whether to install Power Unit 4 on the F175 car of Carlos Sainz, which would result in a grid penalty in the French Grand Prix. In any case, the Spaniard is equipped with Engine 3, which has only competed in the British Grand Prix and is still in good condition. In Maranello, they do not want to face any surprises in an appointment like the Hungaroring, where Ferrari is convinced it can finish in the top 2 positions. Given that the PU1 has already largely done its job, the requirements to free up an engine is also given by the fact that a power unit with fewer kilometers is required for free practice. This is because the PU1 has already done its part in a substantial manner. As a result, Carlos Sainz will pave the way for the most robust engine, and based on the results that will emerge from the Spaniard's power unit, a strategy will be outlined for how to rotate the engines during the race weekend for both drivers. This strategy will be determined by Carlos Sainz's power unit. The Monegasque driver has two units, number 4 and number 5, with which he will be able to finish the races in France and Hungary without too many worries. This will give the mechanics at Maranello the time they need to work on a reliability patch. The current part of the season for Ferrari is one of the most important yet. If the team can solve the mystery of the engine, they will have a significant opportunity of competing against Red Bull and Max Verstappen for the 2 world titles. But as was previously stated, if Sainz needs a new, fresh engine PU4, he will be given a grid penalty for the following Grand Prix in France, indicating that Ferrari would once more have a driver starting at the rear of the grid. Leclerc is also on his 4th power unit and has competed in only 11 of the 22 races. It is anticipated that he will need to swap his engine at least once more, which may imply that Ferrari has already competed in 2 races with grid penalties. In order to avoid losing a lot of points to Red Bull and falling to 2nd place in the championship, Ferrari must quickly improve their reliability. So, that is all the time we had for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel and do hit the bell icon to remain updated about all our future videos. See you all next time.